Howdy, Full Metal Cowboy, slinging a watch-along / live reaction of Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 1, Episode 2. I am here with Sarah Sif once again.
Hey yo.
So,
Once again, I don't see this all the way through, so it's a surprise to me. Not a surprise to you.
what was that? Your audio cut out at first.
Again, I have not seen this to reiterate to anybody
Yeah,
uh all the way through, so I wouldn't know, but I've known the original. Been a
yeah,
huge fan since I was a kid.
yeah,
Uh but not a surprise for you
yeah,
rewatching this.
yeah. So that's why it's a watch-along and live reaction, because it's a watch-along on my end, and it's a live reaction on Sarah Sif's end. And yeah, great. I'm actually explaining things that were already said before, kind of like how there's unnecessary exposition in this remake. Ha ha ha. Anyway, to bring back what you were saying about Dallas Liu regarding his fondness of the original show.
He's a huge Avatar fan.
Yep, which probably, it probably shows why Dallas Liu's performance seems to be more uh, uh, I guess you could say why his performance stands out amongst most of the others. So yeah,
Well, he had said he didn't wanna do a mock, like, a exact of the animated version. He wanted to do his own twist.
or more like give his own interpretation of the character.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so yeah, but
He's a
anyway,
Zuko fan.
yeah, so I will say this with the previous episode, like I said, and
The
yes, we
granny.
and yes, we do recap our thoughts from the previous episode as a means to kind of have us keep in mind what we saw previously, just so we're paying attention and whatnot. It's kind of, and also just in case people hop into like any like random reaction, because some people might stumble upon like maybe someone has a favorite episode or something, and they're like, oh, I want to see someone's reaction to this. So that's why we do recaps, so that way um yeah, it's, I consider it like a necessary, like what is it, like, just to kind of keep things memorized, I guess. So uh yeah, the first episode of this was surprisingly fine. Like, yeah, it has some things I wasn't really fond of, but you know what? The liberties that were taken, the additions, rearrangements, uh, were fine. Oh yeah, and actually we forgot to mention this last time, but yeah, the one change I did not like that was in at the end of this episode, the previous episode, was Katara stopping Zook, the Fire Nation's flames, when Aang and the others were trying to escape via Sky Bison. It made sense with Aang because he's the Avatar, but the thing is, Katara's not a skilled waterbender, so her just suddenly pulling water, it was such a big ass pull. I did not like that. It was a change that made no sense given uh the context of her character at that stage in the series. Okay, enough with the preamble on my end. Is there anything you want to add before we continue?
I mean, I still can't get over the granny.
Yeah, yeah, Grand. I actually want to see more scenes with Grand because she's the funniest thing. Which reminds me, I have water on me, so I'll stay hydrated, because you know what?
Drink dang water.
Those side cramps were brutal, because I was often having to relieve them by slapping my side like a freaking seal. No,
What?
I was really doing that in order to kind of keep my cramping down. I was actually I was slapping my
What?
sides. I was slapping my sides like I was a fucking seal. It was not one of my proudest moments
What?
recently.
What
Oh,
the
but seriously, it hurt, and it's staying in there because I honestly think some people might find that shit funny, but it hurt.
But it was weird when she goes, "And it all changed when the Fire Nation attacked." No shit.
Well, that narration was in the original, but
I know.
it's the way Grand delivered it that was like the funniest shit in that previous episode. Okay, and I'm feeling my sides cramping again, so I'm drinking water.
Dang water.
Damn you, Grand, you hurt me. Anyway, so here we go.
Drink your damn water.
Here we go. Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender
Drink your
season.
water, you
I
thief.
will. Okay, here we go. Netflix's. Oh my god. Okay, let me get this started. Netflix's Avatar: The Last Air. Oh my god, is this never gonna end? Here we go. Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender season 1, episode 2. In 3, 2, 1, fire. Zuko smash.
This is me on my time of the month. So, Gio, you better watch it. Hey, Gio,
Yeah.
that's me
He
during Shark
ran.
Week.
How well can you hear this? So can you hear it fine, or do you need me to turn it up?
A little bit. There we go.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we're not supposed to learn about the Avatar stay until season 2, and just name drops it right away here. Like, yeah.
Cough, cough later down the road, cough. Oh, Momo!
Ah, yes.
Isn't that voiced by D. Bradley Baker in the original?
Yep. Same as Appa.
Not a bad animated looking Momo.
Yeah.
Oh no, here we go. Or she's not even older.
Okay, and okay, I'm willing to bring this up about the bending scroll. So yes, in the original, the water bending scroll was actually acquired from pirates. Like I think a little midway into season one of the original. I will hold that thought in a moment.
Oh god, this acting.
That was not a good line delivery there.
No.
You were there for me, and I wasn't there for you. Goodbye, Gyatso. Like, who the fuck acts like that? Like, I'm sorry. Like, that was supposed to be, and that was actually meant to be a very emotional scene, and I did not feel like emotional over that. Look, I know I sound like I'm nitpicking like rather easily there, but it's like, come on. Like, anyway, about the so anyway, continue what I was saying about the waterbending scroll. So yeah, in the original, it was acquired by pirates. Um, that they happened to find one, but I figured since the pirates in the original were inconsequential for the main like focus of the plot, they decided to have Gran hold on to the waterbending scroll and then give it to Katara. Which okay, that's a change I can get behind.
What? Need to have sticky rice. What? If I remember right, at the end of the original series, he ends up with her.
I gotta say, the makeup on the Kyoshi Warriors looks great.
Yeah.
It's like, huh? I gotta say, the way Aang looked, he's like, huh?
What?
Kind of reminds me of that cat, huh? Meme.
It kinda reminds me of your cat when he looks at you like, "Huh?
And I recognize that actress
What?
right there. Um, she was in the pilot of Babylon 5.
Wait, what?
Laurel Takashima.
Violet, who was she?"
I think she was a commander that ended up getting replaced by Ivanova after the pilot.
Why she look stone-faced? What?
Well, she's meant to be tough, I guess.
Not gonna lie, they don't look bad.
What, Suki and
Yeah. Why is Sokka trying to be a ladies' man?
uh he probably his upbringing, I guess.
Oh man, always like that.
Dumbass.
Dumbass, you're not impressing anyone.
Duh. That dumb look on his face is like, duh.
Why does that guy kinda look like Lionel Richie?
Good question.
Shark squid? What was that? Okay, Since when was he James Bond?
Yeah, I know.
What?
More like a Bond villain.
Geo, drink water.
I am.
Drink your dang
I
water.
was drinking water, damn it.
Oh damn,
Sure.
shirtless, this guy.
Uh,
Shit. Hello. He's not subtle.
what the hell?
Oh, he's got pants on. Okay, good.
I was gonna say, like, what the hell? Yeah, except for that ass pull last time. Wow.
Um, to quote later on down the series, she definitely used him for target practice, if you know what I mean.
Uh,
Since it's the result of, well, the second series to come after. That kid just experienced her first crush. I'm sorry, kid.
yeah, and unfortunately, and yeah, there's no foamy mouth guy in this season.
Oh,
Maybe season two.
what's he even eating?
I don't know.
Although, if I'm right, she ends, like, Sokka ends up with Suki at the end.
Yeah.
Wow, what an asshole. Swear to God, that guy looks like Lionel Richie.
Jump scare?
Surprise!
Why the hell was she?
Oh, there's the boomerang.
Yeah, he had it strapped in the last episode though. Previous, I meant.
He is so not a ladies' man.
Show off.
What the?
Nice going. Okay, so so two things. So Aang earlier in this episode did mention the Avatar state. This is the second time he mentions it. Yeah, I kind of wish they waited until Roku explains it in season 2. And also, I've been meaning to hold this until now. The one major omission with Sokka in this show is his sexism being omitted, or being completely removed. Of all the omissions this show made, Sokka's sexism being removed was the stupidest thing to remove. Because Sokka being sexist early on didn't last for too long. And it was Suki that humbled his ass, and eventually Sokka would grow as a character during the course of the series. So for Sokka's sexism to be dropped completely in the remake was a creative decision, creative liberty I do not like. And also, let's factor in that there was clearly a cultural upbringing that actually kind of backs up why Sokka's behavior at the beginning played out that way. Okay, so I had to make a bit of an edit there, uh, because, or I'm just making a note for myself because when I edit this, I had to use a restroom and get more water.
Drink your water.
I am.
Oh my god. He's turned on and he knows it.
Okay then.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah, lucky you, Sokka. What fucking drugs did I get myself into?
whoa, what?
Yeah, I don't know why this had to have a psychedelic look to it. That is.
Makes me want to watch the original. Oh, damn. Aka, you dog.
uh, and
Oh my god, why are you trying to be stupid?
oh, this is kind of reminding me of Captain Planet. So Sokka's the heart. Duh.
Lock.
Cock block.
Oh my god. Nice going, Sokka, you dog.
And we're back to the psychedelic vision.
It's kind of blinding.
Not gonna lie, like I'm gonna be honest, the psychedelic look is like is an eyesore, especially with the bright the bright white uh what do you call it? I can imagine this being HDR would hurt like hell. And that's a mindset that's actually not a bad one to apply with chess. I don't know why Suki had to remove her makeup though.
No.
Huh?
Why does he have this nonchalant acting?
I oh shit.
Damn. I'm sorry. What's with this acting?
Who's acting, Kyoshi's or Ains?
Angs.
Yeah, like I said, Ains' actor is hit and miss with his acting.
No shit. Oh, Momo.
Yeah, why does Momo like have
And
like a monkey voice like there, or monkey
also,
sound?
go old lady. How many bets I'm thinking that, like, Sokka's having this thought in his head that she's really hot while fighting? God, it's blinding to even watch this part.
Yeah. And honestly, I remember the spirit world being more blue in the original, which was more easy on the eyes. Granted, this is animation we're talking about, but why the hell does the live action have to be psychedelic with it? I don't know. It just looks weird. I get it. It's trying not to be like earthly in that sense, but they could have had a different aesthetic other than psychedelic, like aggressive, like purple, white, etc.
I still ship those 2.
Wow.
Hero landing. Okay, is it just me, or have you noticed, like, almost every show or anything has a hero landing in it?
Yeah, you can blame Marvel on that one.
It's getting kinda tiring.
I don't know. It's just it's a cliche at this point.
They're, like, running like scared cats. Yeah, and Sokka wants that Suki. Oh my god.
uh,
I'm sorry, what was that line?
hey, hey.
Wait, isn't Sokka, like, 18 or something?
I think the show did age up Katara and Sokka.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't remember that being a thing in original, so that's clearly like something. This is. Uh, oh, wait a minute. No, no. What was it? Aang did this. Did that little maneuver with Roku at the Fire Nation shrine.
That Ozai?
Yep, that is Ozai. Oh, damn. Let me. All right, turn that down. Okay, so what should you think of that episode?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we definitely know Sokka has something out for
Suki. I mean, if
Suki, if you
I
know what
I
I mean.
mean, if people saw the original, they know where that's going. But okay, so yeah, to kind of bring back what I was saying, like I don't like how
Also, the Avatar state was freaking weird and jarring as hell.
are you talking about the spirit world or what you call it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
why
don't.
was it purple and weird?
No, no, it's just the color choicing, like the color choices of the spirit world or wherever you want, because it does appear to be spirit world. Why does it look psychedelic? Like I know I brought that up like 10, 20 minutes ago, but I was like, that's the part. That's one thing I forgot about when I first watched it. But what was I saying? I had to make an edit there and use the restroom again. What was I talking about before um you got
You're
interrupted?
talking about um
Oh, the spirit world, like how psychedelic it
yeah,
looks.
that was jarring.
That was really weird. And like I said, the spirit world like had like a bluish like tint to it, but that was because of uh
Like Dr. Manhattan.
yeah. So, oh god, I'm trying to remember what else there was about this. So, I know this was something I addressed earlier when when we were watching the episode. Part of me, if some of the stuff we're bringing up is like something we've already touched upon, but I again, the one omission that really bothered me with this remake was Sokka's sexism being taken out, because it was actually it was actually a part of his character growth as the series progressed. And on top of that, it was also tapping into, a more real what is it, like a cultural depiction that honestly uh is out there. Like there are some cultures that still have this that's still what is it, uh give me a minute.
Mentality.
My phone was like my phone was like buzzing for a little bit. What now? Okay. So there are some, cultures out there where they still, what is the word I'm
Have traditions.
no, there are some cultures out there that still perpetuate specific roles for people where usually the men are, encouraged to be more uh what is it? It let's just say it's definitely gender roles that were all too common back in the 50s and 60s, if you catch my drift. Like, men are usually the ones that, go to work, and and in some cases they're the ones that go to war, whereas the women stay home, maintain the house and all that, all that jazz. um and what was really nice about the original is that there was definitely a lot of subtlety with Sokka's, expected roles, because he's a man, a young man in the series. Granted, the area where it was made abundantly clear was much later in the series, and again we will touch up on that uh later in this season. Uh, that's if Sailor Sif is sticking around by then. But so there's definitely like a cultural depiction that mirrors certain cultures that uh perpetuate certain gender roles. It's so Sokka's sexism being removed takes away some of that. And yeah, I believe that the excuse for why Sokka's sexism was dropped from the remake was probably because they thought that Osaka being a sexist early on is uh outdated, or it was gonna like provide the wrong message. Like, we didn't want to pander to people, we didn't want to pander to sexist men okay, the last part I just said, I probably, just making a big assumption, but it has been speculated that the reason it was likely removed was because they felt like, oh, it was just a bad look, when actually there was a point behind why Sokka's sexism was uh there at the beginning. And yeah, for them to remove it, I thought was stupid. It was really stupid. And and the thing is that his sexism is not designed to be like encouraging to younger viewers. It was actually trying to depict like, hey, being a sexist prick is not a good look on anyone. You know? Just saying. And that's kind of where, I don't know. It's just some creatives have some things backwards, and it's just, yeah. I felt like the omission was an out of touch creative liberty and all that. What else is there to? Okay, so Zhao.
Aka getting close to Suki, however, was a different story.
Yeah, and you know what? They clearly made that those interactions a lot more steamier than before. Now I'm on
I
two.
think there was something on him that was more excited than he was.
Yeah, so I'm in two minds of this. So for the added sexual tension, let's not kid ourselves. Um, considering the show is rated TV PG, not Y7 or anything. So considering this remake has a bit of an edge, I don't mind this. At the same time, however, I hmm. At the same time, however, cons- and this is bringing back to the whole Sokka sexism being removed thing is BS. Another reason I don't like that omission is because Sokka was kind of a dumbass at times, and I'm just like, so you make Sokka a little dumber when he wasn't that dumb in the previous episode. So Sokka's a bit of a dummy when he's like infatuated with somebody. Like, okay, that's no surprise, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It felt like what made Sokka work early on. I don't know. It's. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time trying to process my words here. It's just this is what's kind of frustrating about the Netflix adaptation because but by all means, this this adaptation could have exceeded expectations. The way it's on paper, it had that potential. It's just again what they changed or what they omitted is one of the stupidest creative decisions I have seen with this remake. Then you also have the Avatar state being mentioned twice, which I'm like, Aang wasn't supposed to find this out until Avatar Roku mentions it in season 2. And the reason it works there is because the audience, just like Aang, learn about the Avatar state more thoroughly. So we get some explanation behind why Aang's eyes glow and all that, and his arrow tattoos glow and all that. There was a purpose why that detail was held out until the beginning of season 2. So, and again, I understand they had to rearrange stuff in order to fit, for a live action formula. But still, it's just that's the one thing they could have held out until later, but they didn't. Who knows? Maybe they could have saved the whole Avatar state thing maybe at the end of season 2 or excuse me, at the end of season 1 or maybe have it explained maybe midway into season 1 or something. It just felt like the name drop just felt premature, or is that the word I would use? Premature? Like
Yes.
they reveal that terminology prematurely. I don't like that. And once again, Iroh and Zuko's actors are great. And now there's also Zhao. So here's the thing. So Jason Isaacs, who originally played
You're
Zhao in
dragging this on.
sorry, Dragon. If you know, you know. Um, yeah, I was gonna.
There was more to what was more happy in you could say Sokka's hearts that was happy to see Suki more or less.
What? Your audio was cutting out.
They were close together.
Your audio was cutting out.
let's just say this teenage version of Sokka, I think if they aged him up, uh, let's just say there was something very excited to see Suki
Yeah,
when they got close.
I was gonna say there was definitely sexual tension between those two, as I mentioned like a few minutes ago. Um, so
Anyway, it's 10:57.
I know. I was trying to wrap this up as quickly as I can. Lastly, I want to bring up Zhao. So Jason Isaacs, who of course played him in the original show, definitely delivered quite a hammy performance at times, and that was kind of by design. So the actor playing Zhao here is kind of I don't know, the way he acts is a little funny, and yeah, I'm just saying, like, the actor playing him definitely is hamming it up a few times in his own way. So it's a different type of hammy, but I've actually grown to like it. Um, Looking back, um, yeah, but still, uh, so yeah, I mean, what do you think of this live action adaptation so far?
I'm actually invested.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, it's practically the same story but remixed in places. So, and honestly, these first two episodes, if I'm being honest, not a bad first impression. Yeah, I can't say this is a bad start. It's actually, how I put it, it's,
After watching this in season 2, do you want to go back to the Shyamalan movie?
oh, hell no. But to give credit, here's the thing, like, again, trying to wrap this up real quick. Um, Here's the thing. This is a version that, deserves credit where credit's due, but here's the thing. Once this is over, my concern is, was there really a point in doing a live action adaptation of this? And that's the thing. I think there are certain qualities that are worthy. Like I said, this remake has a bit of an edge over the original. But here's the thing, there are certain sensibilities in the original that were just as effective. So it really depends on uh I guess how people will perceive this remake compared to the original. Um so yeah. Uh and that's not me trying to uh persuade people to think like, oh yeah, you know what, give this another try, like try to look at it a certain way. Like, no, I'm just saying that, and I made my point earlier at the beginning, saying like, look, this adaptation is no different than perhaps some of the live action adaptations of quite a number of anime out there from the 2000s upwards. So I mean, that's one way to put it. And I think once people may realize that, I think, some people might think, well, the show is kind of akin to those, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's better than uh its animated counterparts or anything like that. Although Netflix's One Piece, I think is um no, I would very much argue is a very good gateway into the whole franchise, anime, manga, you name it. So yeah. Is there anything you want to add to that?
Nope.
And yeah, like I said, I have been a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender since 2010. So yeah, it's no wonder why I rambled once again. Um, I'm just glad I'm not foaming in the mouth because why would I with this version? It's not. It's
But
not.
he's iconic.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, this adaptation's not a 10 out of 10. I'll tell you that
Or I could
much.
see you cosplaying the foamy mouth guy.
Yeah. Although, but like I said, some of the line delivery, yeah, Gordon Kramer's Aang is hit and miss.
All right. In the name of the moon. Till next time.
Yeah, and we'll be we'll be back for season 1, episode 3 of Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender. So until next time, take care.